Ogres have arrived on the battlefield, ladies and gentlemen, ready to put to bed this everlasting war. They brought some of their best armies here, their biggest, best ogres to this fight, and on the other side, currently getting shelled by absolutely massive piles of just trash and metal, are the lizard men. The lizard men are wanting to conquer more territories, but the ogre bulls are having none of it. The ogres as a whole are having none of it. So this fight is going to be a good one. If you guys are looking forward to it and would like to see more in the future, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and here we go. The lizard men charging across this open, snowy battlefield, ready to get into a massive fight here. So first things first, we're going to look at the size of the armies here, right? Pretty big size armies here on both sides. The lizard men are mainly bringing a bunch of skinks, a combination of skink cohort, red crested skinks, some, what do we got here? More skinks cohort. My goodness, we are struggling. And some Saurus warriors here, absolutely beautiful. We have some Razordon hunting pack, and then we have this feral Troglodon. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, the Lizardman faction is so cool. I love them. But yeah, they're also bringing some bats in the air here, some Pterodon riders. These have a missile capability. And for the ogre side, of course, we're looking at ogres everywhere. A combination of man-eaters, more man-eaters, ogre bulls. We have iron guts. We have nobblers here, as you can see. Nobblers leading the charge for the ogre faction. Who would have ever thought? And the first battle is against red-crested skinks and nobblers. Absolutely horrific fight for those nobblers, but they continue to charge in with their ogre bull allies, and we are getting into this. And also, look at this bad boy, massive giant here on the battlefield, looking sick, might I add. But yeah, right off the bat here, you're starting to see that these that the Pterodon riders are getting targeted down by these lead belchers here in the back. We did review lead belchers a while ago, and we know that they are extremely deadly. And as you can see, they are tearing through this unit of Pterodon riders, and they have already broken them off the battlefield. Beautiful start for the ogres there. And now we're seeing Saber Tusk Pack charge in as well, kind of surrounding this side here of the Lizardmen, trying to wipe out this right flank. The center is looking a little bit more iffy for the ogres, as the Lizardmen appear to have been pushing very hard in the center, and even one of their generals getting into the fight here. Absolutely sick. This is amazing. Look at this general. What an absolute legend here. And over here on the left, we are seeing the ogres continue their best to push back this left side here, and they are hitting hard on this left side. I mean, I honestly will say that you cannot have a better start for the ogres on this left flank, but you can also not have a better start for the lizardmen on the middle, because this general, the general's getting a lot of friendly fire here. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of dead lizards laying around that general there. The general needs to watch out, as he is continuously killing his own guys. And we are seeing the ogre troop count starting to diminish, losing about the same amount of men as the enemies are, which I do not know if it is the nobblers dying or what, but their numbers are starting to deplete a little bit. Over here on the far left, we are starting to see some gorgers now charging in. These guys look sick. Gorgers, oh my goodness. We are struggling today. We are absolutely struggling today with the commentary, but that is fine, because we're here for the battle. We're not here for the commentary. We're here to watch a sick fight unfold, and my goodness, are we watching a sick one indeed, as these what do we got here? Pterodon riders are diving in and attacking these ogres. Absolutely beautiful looking. And now we're starting to see skinks fall in big droves here to iron guts. These iron guts are cutting through the middle hard here, as you can see by this absolute, oh my god, that dude just got smoked. Goodbye. And is this a head? Where did that go? Was that a head? I have no clue. But anyways, guys, yeah, things are going very, very well off the start for both sides in their respective fronts. These gunners back here are now really starting to these lead belchers back here are really starting to lay down the hurt on their pterodon riders, targeting down most of these pterodon riders, trying to get them off the battlefield, as that's really the only way to counter them from the ogre side. Now we're starting to see some iron guts push up on this flank over here, trying to see if they can't secure this right a little bit more and engulf the middle in the end, because they're starting to cut through the middle, don't get me wrong, but a lot of their bigger units are still waiting here in the back. We have Wizard General and Ancient Stegodon, the Feral Troglodyte, and yeah, so just a lot of their bigger units are still yet to commit to the battlefield for the Lizardmen side. But a lot of their smaller units are starting to make a decent amount of headway, really putting down a lot of hurt on a lot of these units. You can see their health starting to tick down above them. I mean, some of these units are still pretty much full health, but other ones like this unit right here, as you can see, almost down to half health. And this is a... what unit is this? Gorger unit. So, yeah, things are starting to look a little bit more interesting in certain areas here. And oh my god, this Stonehorn is sick. Look at this dude. Look at this absolutely beautiful Stonehorn. I believe that there's another one over here fighting. Yep, and he is just putting in the Lord's work over here, tossing these lizards around. Is he about to just... I thought he was going to swing his head back really hard and just like toss him. Oh, I was actually correct in that. I was very correct in that statement, but nothing gets tossed there really. Just doing a little bit more damage, I guess. But yeah, arrows now starting to come down from these, are these more pterodon? Yeah, more pterodon riders here in the back. Just starting to pour arrows down into the Stonehorn. But the Stonehorn is continuing to fight as more and more lizard men pile into this front, trying to secure that. And over here on this flank, I'd say that the ogres are starting to win over here. This Mournfang cavalry now charging in to assist. And yeah, what do we got here? What do we got? More iron guts here walking into these temple guards, going to continue that fight there. Pterodon riders up above. Oh, I also did forget to point out that there is a Nobbler catapult back here. I mean, we saw the scrap launch, the 3 scrap launcher balls in the beginning, but did not point out that that's what that was. We also have now the Ancient Stegodon engaging against some Iron Guts here in the back. The Iron Guts are going to try their best to put down some real damage there against that Ancient Stegodon. And oof, very, very nice hit out of that Stonehorn here, trying his best to push back in this flank. Now, if we go to the middle here, I believe that the battle between generals has started. Yes, one of the ogre generals has pushed in here. I believe there's 2 of them in the mix. Yes, we have the Slaughtermaster and we have Scrag the Slaughterer against... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm not even going to lie. That is a hopeless pronunciation for me here. And over here on the far left, we have Greasiest Goldtooth looking absolutely sexy. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to call this guy sexy. I'm sorry, but this right here, this man is the peak of male performance. Look at this dude. He's sitting here with a bunch of gold on him with a massive turkey leg. Like, come on. That's got to be the peak of male performance right there. That's got to be. But anyways, guys, pushing back over here to this side, we're seeing the giant engage heavily in the middle. Getting a nice swing off here into those lizard men. Doing a bunch of damage. I believe he is targeting these cohort of Huatl. I don't really know the pronunciation of that there, but I believe that that's who he is targeting to try to take out here. Going for damage over quantity there. And ooh, the first bulls have started to get terrified here actually. 13 of them breaking out of the fight actually. 13 ogre bulls breaking out of that main fight. Not really very good at all for these ogres. They need their troops to stay into this battle and keep pushing while they have the upper hand here, especially because now we're starting to see Nobblers wavering and breaking, and just as the Skinks are starting to waver and break, they need to stay in this fight and they cannot start to get scared like that and back off from the main fight. But now we're seeing these Nobbler trappers, I believe, charge forward to try to take out those Pterodon riders that has been hampering their Stonehorn this whole time. So we'll see how that goes here in a second. But back over to the middle. These lizard men are still holding. I don't want to say surprisingly, because, I mean, I guess it's not super surprisingly, but they are still holding. Generals up in the mix now. I think this is a general. No, this is just a Stegodon here in the middle, fighting, trying to, I believe, take out this giant. And ooh, big charge here from the Stonehorn, cutting deep into the back lines of the lizard men. Very, very good attack here from that Stonehorn, pushing deeper and deeper. And now we're starting to see the Ogres pushing extremely deep into those lizard lines, cleaning up the left flank. Now these Ogres are free to start to push deeper, and ladies and gentlemen, the peak of male performance is on the move. Look at this man. I like genuine. Look at this. This dude is living his best life. He's just living his life. He doesn't even have to do anything. He's got two nobblers back here pushing him. Bro's just enormously chilling. That's all I'll say. He's just enormously chilling. But we got these temple guards here starting to waver. The entire left flank is starting to break now. Not shattering, just breaking. So that is very good for the lizardmen. But they need to stabilize their fronts very, very soon. As now we're starting to witness a battle of beasts here. The Stone Horde versus the Ancient Stegodon. Things are starting to heat up as more and more of these lizardmen are starting to commit to the battlefield. Their bigger units are starting to commit. We saw this Stegodon in the battle earlier here. Here it is. The Stegodon is in the battle. So they are starting to commit some of their tankier units with over 7,000 health. This thing will deal a ton of damage and will be able to plug gaps that are needed. But as the left flank finishes up, and the Ogres are now able to push some of their units back over to fight what looks to be this general here, things are starting to look a little bit dicey, because even one general falling for this faction is not going to bode well at all for them. A great spell casted there for the lizard men, and this general is now broken, but will he die before he gets away? Down to 1,600 health. Everyone seems to be trying to attack him as he tries to retreat back to his own lines. We'll see if he makes it out of there or not in just a second. Moving back over to this side of the battlefield, the Stonehorn has now turned his back, and it looks like he's going to try to do a little bit of a flanking charge into the Stegodon. Maybe getting both Stonehorns on the Stegodon to try to take it out, as most of the lizardmen are now laying dead in the battlefield. A lot of Nobbler trappers dead here too. But the Ogres are still pushing forward, pushing deeper and deeper into these lizardmen lines. Things are starting to look a little bit more desperate for both sides now, as the left flank is starting to recover, as some of these those broken units are starting to return. They are now fighting a combination of Ogre Bulls and Iron Guts here, but most of these guys are decently low on health. So as they slice and dice, they're just continuing to tick down the health of these Ogre Bulls, and that right there is exactly what you don't want to see happen if you are rooting for these Ogres here. The balance of power is greatly shifting in favor of the Ogres, and they are almost dead even in manpower. The Lizardmen having a 100-person manpower advantage, and the general has fallen back here for the Lizardmen. Not looking good for them at all, as the general for the Ogres continues to push deeper and deeper into this fight. The cannons continue to open up into the enemy generals, and ladies and gentlemen, the left flank is now completely broken. These Iron Guts and Ogre Bulls becoming victorious over this Saurus Spears. Both Saurus Spears units, no Temple Guard here. So very, very big victory for the Ogres as they continue to push deeper and deeper in the enemy lines, guys. The Lizardmen are now surrounded. Another Ancient Stegodon breaking from the battlefield. Their units that are returning are now being chased down by Iron Guts, and things are starting to look very, very bad for the Lizardmen, because all that is left, that is almost full health and in the battle, is their Lord and a Skink Chief to take on this. That is left, and that is it, guys. For the Lizardmen, they lose this battle. The Ogres coming out on top. If you guys did enjoy this video and would like to see more like it in the future, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. We are on the road to 700 subs, guys. Almost all the way to 1,000. But we got a little bit of work to do to get there. So make sure you guys go down below, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's see if we can't get this video. I don't know. I don't really like putting goals out there, so yeah, as long as you guys just enjoy the video, I'm very happy. So yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and of course, I will see you all next time. Peace!